Israel has confirmed for the first time that it secretly imprisoned a man holding dual nationality under a false name. The man, known as Prisoner X, later died in custody in an apparent suicide. And as Azasukri reports, the Australian government also has some questions to answer.
Inside this high-security prison, in its maximum security cell, a former Mossad agent known as Prisoner X was jailed. No one in the outside world knew he was there. In 2010, he was found dead. But it isn't until now that details of this extraordinary case are beginning to emerge. The man, now named as Ben Zagir, an Israeli with Australian citizenship, is being held for an unspecified crime and confined in total seclusion within a private wing. When his death was revealed by the Australian TV channel ABC, the Israeli government immediately banned all coverage of the story by the Israeli media.
We received a phone call from the IDF military censor saying that any material about Prisoner X and about this Australian TV report could not be written about in Israel. It was under gag order by court order. I pointed out the fact that I was reading about it right now on the ABC site, and they said it doesn't matter, in Israel we can't write about it.
As an indication of how sensitive the issue was, the judge ruled that even mention of the existence of the gag order was prohibited. Under military censorship laws, if the story hadn't been raised in the Israeli parliament, the country's media still wouldn't be allowed to discuss it.
This morning we learnt after the gag order was lifted that the prisoner died in unknown circumstances. Today I call on the Attorney General to check once and for all in a thorough manner what's happened. Why this man died and what were the circumstances of his imprisonment and death.
According to the Israeli government's investigation, Ben Zagir apparently killed himself in one of the most sophisticated, secure and reportedly suicide-proof facilities in Israel. The cell he was in had been specially designed for the man who assassinated Israel's Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin in 1995. As Israel's opposition leader pointed out, there are serious implications.
Does it seem legitimate to you that the Prime Minister's office summons the Editors Committee to prevent the publication of an affair that could embarrass Israel? Do the security needs justify secret arrest?
Ben Zagir was married with children and has been buried in his home city of Melbourne. His relatives have declined to comment on the case. Israel Army Radio, broadcasting last night, said the former Mossad agent was secretly imprisoned for treason and for security reasons. But the full story of Ben Zagir, the mystery man once referred to only as Prisoner X, may never be known.
Today, being a spy, it is much easier to gather information thanks to the internet and the Facebook and the Instagram and etc. and the Twitter. On the other hand, it makes it more difficult to hide people away, like we are talking about this case.
Until now, Prisoner X had been deemed so sensitive, the Israeli press had been banned from disclosing any information on security grounds. The Australian report has forced the issue into the open, with attention focused on how Israel treats those it regards as enemies of the state.